Play TV.
It was pretty intense, the arguments between the two of you.
Yeah, yes. A lot of the arguments were very intense, and I couldn't see any way but to just leave the room or leave the house, or just, there was no compromise.
How much of this violence in the home was Jeff exposed to?
There were times when he heard the shouting and her physical agitated motions. He observed them, and he went outside and just left the house. And I learned later, I didn't know at the time, I didn't hear him do this, but I learned later that he was slapping the trees with branches and sticks, and I guess apparently out of frustration. So apparently Jeff was very disturbed over the arguments. I have no doubt that he was very disturbed.
There are thousands, literally thousands of children who grow up exposed to these kinds of problems.
And worse.
And worse, and yet they don't go on to do the kinds of things that Jeff did.
In and of themselves, they're not the, I guess we would say, not the only factors. But, you know, everyone's an individual, I guess, aren't they? But there may have been more important, unknown to us yet, trigger points that make Jeff more unique than the usual case.
When you think back on those times, the arguments and the possible effect it may have had on the kids, does it cause you anguish?
It makes me sick that we didn't have a more Ozzie and Harriet type family. And I know there really are no Ozzie and Harriet families per se, but there are some that really are healthy, quite healthy. And ours could have been. And it just makes me sick to my stomach that it wasn't. That's how I feel. And I'll feel that way to my death.